So the reason why I'm running for mayor is that I think I'm at a point in my life where I still I have quite a bit of energy, but as well I spent the last 6 years gaining experience, learning the entire organization of the City of Medicine Hat. I've served on just about every committee. I've been fairly specific with some of the things I like to do with my platform. I've talked about expanding our electric generation for more grid sales, so we can make money selling electricity onto the grid. I've also talked about downtown revitalization. I've actually made a promise there. I want to see a quality landmark building on the lot kitty corner to City Hall with residential. The residential is an extremely important component, and we need to see it because we have to have life down there after 5 o'clock or alive after 5. I've also talked about expanding some of our facilities, like Echo Regional Park or a Gas City campground, because our parks, our playgrounds and our paths are extremely important to the citizens of the city, I think. And I've also talked about Methanex quite a bit. We've been working very, very hard to attract that company here. We've been working with them on some of the things they need, which is gas, electricity, and water, and sewer, and to try to find a win-win for both Methanex and the City of Medicine Hat, because it would be the largest private investment in this city, in basically the history of the city, at $1.2 billion. So I think I've spent the last 6 years gaining experience, and I'm not much of a talker. I'm quite a bit more of a doer, and I want to hit the ground running right after the election. So one of my, I think, unique characteristics, or something that's different, is commitment. I have, I think, proven over the last 6 years, due to my that I'm always available. I'm always to the media and to the citizens, and I always show up. I've set, I think, a record that's never been achieved by anyone else, by never missing a council meeting. And so I think the citizens know that I will see this term through. I will not leave, and I am committed to this city, and I think I've proven that I'm a very, very hard worker. So other than flood mitigation, which this council has now made a firm commitment to with dates, which is important. And the interesting thing I think about flood mitigation is it's approvable, it's measurable. If we finish that and get that done, you will know that we've done it, it worked. If next time the water rises and it doesn't end up in people's houses, you know that we've accomplished flood mitigation. So other than that, there's economic development is obviously what this election has been about, and the most important thing. And now the problem with economic development is, what is your measurable, what is your success? How can you say we were successful in economic development? Because what might be success to one person might not be enough to the other. And I'll give you an example. If we were to say attract something like as large as Methanex, a new smokestack, if you wish, or to call it that, is that success? I would think so. However, some might say no, we also need to have a lot of new small businesses that come to this Medicine Hat as well, because as we all know, the small businesses really drives the economy. So it'd be a combination of those two, I think, would be a success, or we can say we were successful in the next 4 years. But definitely, you know, that short-term flood mitigation is number one, but I think we're going to solve that. And then, of course, economic development is the most important thing in this election, and it will be going forward in the next 4 years. So I am the youngest candidate running for mayor. However, I have lived here the longest, and I did grow up in Medicine Hat. And this is my home. This will always be my home, and so I have so many memories of my childhood in Medicine Hat. Believe it or not, we didn't actually have very much money when we were growing up. My father was just starting to practice, and this is before video games. So our house used to be the gathering house for the whole neighborhood. We'd play kick the can a lot, and all the neighborhood kids would always come over to the Clugston home, and we would chase each other around, and we'd do that all day and all night until our mothers called us in. Extremely fond memories, and all those kids that I played with are still friends to this day, even 40 years later. As well, some of my great memories is used to make pottery with the Lindo family, and at the time I didn't even realize what an honor that was, or a gift, that I was just over at my buddy's house, and they had a pottery studio in their backyard, and we would look at the pottery, look at the pictures, and then later on in life I realized that I had been making pottery with the Luke Lindo, and who has left a great legacy in this community. And then as I got a little bit older, some of my most fond memories are when I used to lifeguard in the city of Medicine Hat, both at the former Riverside water slide, and used to pull kids out of there every day. They'd come down the slides, and of course the water would be too deep and you'd have to dive in and pull them out. And I long for those days. Those were the great days when you did a job, you went to work, and you got some satisfaction from your job. And then I moved on to lifeguarding at Echo Dale Regional Park when it opened. And the most fantastic memories of my life are working out there in the summers, putting myself through university with that job, and all the friends and the people I met. So I've just basically lived my entire life here in this community, and so lots of great memories.